Newly elected Student Body President Matt Ardaugh recently hit the milestone of 150 days in office. In this week's What's the Buzz, SAU Weekly's Ellie Seberger sits down with Ardaugh to talk about his initiatives so far and his goals for the rest of the year.
Thanks, guys. Joining us now is SGA President Matt Ardaugh. Thanks for being here, Matt.
Thanks for having me.
First off, congratulations on completing your first 150 days as president. Reflecting on this time, what has been your biggest accomplishment so far?
Yeah, I think just student involvement and awareness is something that we've really worked on. We want everyone to be able to feel like they have a purpose here at St. Ambrose and feel connected to things. So we found a few areas of opportunity that we can improve on in terms of communicating about events that are going on every week, about getting kids to different clubs, getting kids to sporting events. So a big thing we're working on is the Swarm. We did a Swarm pep rally kickoff for the volleyball team yesterday. We wanted to give away, it was going to be a Grandview vacation to go to the Grandview, and our university lawyers told me no. They said, you can't do that, can't send a vacation. So I said, okay, let's give away a tailgate for homecoming. So cool. We had about 150 people show up to it. Yeah. So things like that, getting kids out of their dorms has been a big thing.
Yeah. And I know one of your biggest goals of your campaign was to just kind of ensure that every student had a voice, kind of like what you mentioned. What strategies have you implemented to kind of make sure that that happens?
Yeah, so we have a pretty active group of people that are helping out, going around, talking to students, making sure that students all feel like they're having their voices heard. We're going to be having a student satisfaction survey, just going to be a quick one-off QR code you can scan. A lot of the hot button issues that kids have been having issues with, we've been working to fix. So we actually had meetings this week about like wood silverware in the cafeteria and food court, trying to go back to plastic, create a recycling alternative to increase sustainability while giving students the convenience they liked with the plastic silverware. So we're working on hearing about voices for that, different panels that are going on with forums. So you'll be hearing about some QR codes coming out soon about surveys. Food committee will be starting up soon as well, things like that.
And a big part of your role is to kind of like bridge the gap between administration and the students. So how have you and your exec board kind of done that?
Yeah, I'd say the administration's been very helpful and cooperative with working with us to make sure that everything we want gets accomplished in a respectful and timely manner. So one big thing we wanted, I went to Christopher Wall last year, and I said, look, we have that big faculty staff parking lot, and Ambrose is in it with my employees, they might have had a few years ago. We have all these empty parking spots. I said, what can we do about making that back row turn over to student parking? And they said that they didn't want a permanent, because once you give it to student parking, you can't really take it back very easily. So we created this hybrid lot. If you see, it's like a striped line where it's white and yellow. So students and staff can both park in that back line 24 hours of the day. So something like that. I worked with Christopher Waugh, Bob Christopher. We made sure we could get that taken care of. We had a few parking issues earlier this year, and we talked. Bob Christopher was pretty helpful with us on that. I see Jason Richter about 2-3 times a week, and we work on stuff pretty frequently. Want to make sure that he's communicating with us and we're getting everything done that we want to see done. So administration has been very helpful, I would say.
And moving forward into the school year as you kind of complete this year, what's your biggest goal?
Our biggest goal is making sure that everyone has a purpose at Ambrose and everyone's having fun here. So whether it was the Swarm events that we did, we partnered with a lot of great local Quad City businesses. We're doing a student discount program. Our freshmen should have got a magnet in their NSS class. We'll be passing them around at some of the SGA tablings that we have coming up. We have a few extra we're sitting on, we're passing out there. So making sure that everyone feels connected to both Ambrose, through your clubs and organizations, through our This Week at SAU events that we've done, through whether it's trying to get ping pong tables on campus, through more parking opportunities, we did some stuff during Welcome Week. We bought the signs. If you saw the Welcome to SAUB signs that was on the Rogo lawn was us. So making sure that there's always something going on for kids on campus, whether if we're planning it, if we're helping CAB plan it, or we're funding another club and organization. We're working with engineering right now to get them some money for a few improvement projects on campus. So just things like that is a big thing. I want everyone to feel connected, and I wanted to see this campus thrive.
Yeah, and I mean, we see that as a campus, so thank you for all of the work that you've done so far, and best of luck in the rest of the year.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Go Bees.
Back to you guys.